Well, people, that was a tough night for Chelsea because we're through, which is good, but we scraped through. And for me, that was quite embarrassing. I know people say to me, "Oh, but you won." Yes, but this is Lincoln City for goodness sake. This ain't Liverpool. This ain't Arsenal. This ain't City. This ain't Bayern Munich. This is Lincoln City, who are in League One, the third tier of English football. They're in third in the league, we're in seventh. They have a better one than us. And if I look at Lincoln City's, you know, league form, I'm just gonna have a quick check. Let me just give you this league form. Lincoln City have only lost one game. They've won five, drawn three. And look at this: in the last 5 games, they've been unbeaten. They've been unbeaten. So yes, Lincoln City are a good team and they're 2 points behind first place. Bradford City, as I'm recording this right now. But for me, the one thing that really frustrated me is that we got outplayed and struggle to beat Lincoln City. Listen, every game is difficult, whether it's home and away. But I'm sorry, we should not be struggling against a League One club. We should not be struggling. We have spent £1.5 billion and we struggled against Lincoln City despite us winning. For me, it's not good enough, man. And once again, every single season I see Chelsea is a game of two halves. It looks like we'll become a second half FC because first half we'll play this boring, embarrassing style of football. Then the second half, all of a sudden, we just wake up like that. Like a game is for two halves. It cannot be just one. It cannot be, oh, let's play boring first half, but then we do well in the second half. No. It should not be a game of two halves. It's a game of 90 minutes. That is a game of 90 minutes. That's how it works in football. So for me, yeah, even though I want to be happy that Chelsea are through, we scraped it and we got embarrassed. We really did get embarrassed. And I don't know why they picked Philip Jorgenson in the picture because he was terrible today. I'll get to him in just a minute. But we just scraped through. That's all that matters. So yeah, the first half once again outclassed, man. Lincoln City just hurt. They pressed us. They acted like Man United yesterday. I mean, sorry, on Saturday. They acted like that because they knew our weakness. They knew that we're not passing balls in the middle. All we do is just, play sideways, backwards. Play hoofball so that the striker could be inside the penalty box. That's all we done. And I've got to admit, yeah, ever since that Club World Cup, Chelsea hasn't been impressive. We haven't been impressive. Yes, we won games, but I can't think of one game where it looked impressive. Maybe you can say it's the West Ham game, but West Ham are awful. They're absolutely awful. So I'm not going to count that as impressive. Look at the Crystal Palace game, awful. Brentford game, shocking. Bayern game, not, decent, but not great. Manchester United game, embarrassing. Lincoln game, embarrassing. Who else am I missing? Fulham. We won that game, but we got lucky. We weren't impressive. Like, I'm starting to get really concerned because you know who we got next this Saturday? Brighton at home. So we had 4 away games and we've already managed to get one. And that was against Lincoln City, who are in League One, who we struggled against, who we got outplayed. We got 3 home games in a row before the next international break. Brighton, Benfica in the Champions League, then Liverpool. If we play like this year, then I don't think we're going to be beating those teams. Yes, Brighton have beaten us, at Stamford Bridge the last 2 games, but look at Brighton are a good team, you know? And if Robert Sanchez was in goal, I would be more scared. I'll be more scared of Sanchez than I had the rest of the players. Because Sanchez, we signed him as a third choice goalkeeper and he played for Brighton. And I'm hearing that he might be back for that game. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. Not saying that Philip Jorgensen is better, but I'm hoping not. Because Robert Sanchez is still for me the worst goalkeeper. He still is. Do you know who Brighton played today? Barnsley. Barnsley, I believe Barnsley is in League One. Yeah, look at this. Barnsley are in League One. They're in sixth place. They were 4 points behind Bradford City in first place. 4 points. Guess how many goals they scored past Barnsley? Six. 6 goals. And they kept a clean sheet. That was away from home. Brighton, who we have a better squad and a bigger club than them, managed to put 6 goals past Barnsley in League One away from home. What did we do? 2 goals against Lincoln City. I said 3-1, so I was pretty close and I knew we conceded. But what I don't get is that if Brighton didn't struggle and managed to win comfortably against Barnsley, why we Chelsea Football Club that spent £1.5 billion managed to struggle against a League One team away from home? Like, it looks like teams are not scared of playing Chelsea anymore. That's what it feels like. That answers my question because I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Like, why are we starting to struggle teams? But it looks like they're not scared of us anymore. Do you think Brighton will be scared of Chelsea that we're playing tonight? No, they wouldn't. You think Benfica, despite bringing a new manager in? No. Liverpool, yeah, yeah. I don't think we'll win in that game at all. We are not. Even though people expect Chelsea to beat Brighton and Liverpool, so they'll be back in the title race, for me it's not happening. Because the way we played in the first half was embarrassing. Sideways, sideways, backwards, backwards. And we conceded the goal. Enzo Fernandes, the passing was poor. Was poor. Tried to fit it to Chalobah. He didn't get there on time. One of the Lincoln City players, you managed to you know, um, managed to get there ahead of Chalobah. Then he slopped past Philip Jorgenson 1-0, close to half time. And I'm thinking like, and Lincoln deserved to be 1-0 up by the way in the first half. They got out, they outplayed us. They really hurt us. And before they scored, in the like 1.5 minutes into the game, they hit the post. They hit the post. It could have been 2-0 at half time if Lincoln were clinical in that minute. And that's why I've been telling you, we got lucky and we managed to scrape through because it wasn't good enough. It really wasn't. Like, first off, shocking. The second half, I give credit to Enzo Maresca because what he said at halftime, it looks like he was so angry and so fuming that we managed to get back, that we managed to win the game. So yeah, the first goal that we scored, it was a brilliant shot by Tyrique George, um, top left hand corner, nice color past G Cock, makes it 1-0. Then 2 minutes later, Tyrique George had turned from a goal scorer to a provider, and it was a brilliant assist, by the way. And then, but Buonanotte started off by running through down the middle. Then Tyrique George manages to flick on to feed the ball to Buonanotte, and he scores his first goal for Chelsea. So that was really good. So there you go, and he could have scored a hat trick. Could have scored a hat trick because I remember Neto fed the ball to him, and he put it straight past G-Chalk where he should have scored. And he had a header, which I believe SFL crosses it, and and his header went past the just went over the top. So Bernardi could have scored a hat trick, and that would have been a perfect start to Chelsea. It would have been. So he could have scored a hat trick. So it's as simple as that. But yeah, the first half, shocking. The first half, much better. We're starting to pass the ball quickly, instead of slowly. We didn't do sideways, sideways, backwards, backwards. Like, the second half was much better, but it looks like we'll be coming second half Chelsea, second half FC. That's what we'll be coming like, and it isn't good enough, man. It really isn't. But yeah, we did make some subs. SFL came on for Garnacho. I think Garnacho did okay, not that great, and you know what? Yeah, every time Garnacho's on the ball, the Lincoln fans were booing him. Now I don't know why though. If is it the fact that he used to play for Lincoln City? I really don't know. I really don't know why they booed him, but he was on the ball and they kept on booing him and booing him and booing him. So there it goes. Yeah, Garnacho was actually playing on the left and Gitters on the right wing, and Yeah, and then in the second half we managed to switch it off. We managed to switch it up. And what was I gonna say now? So yeah, and by the way, the shape that we did in the first half didn't make no sense because it looks like we would play like a 3-1-4-2 formation. So basically, we had Santos, playing all by himself. Then we had Enzo, who looks like he was playing like a left wing back, and then Gusto inverted. They had, two tens of Garnacho and Buonanotte, then two up top of Tyrique George and Jamie Gittens. Like the shape of the first half didn't make any sense. It really didn't. That taxes and that shape in the first half was completely wrong from Enzo Maresca. But like I said, the second half, I give credit because he made changes. I mean, so he said something at halftime and it clearly worked. And yeah, so the substitutions, Ezebal came off for Garnacho, could have scored, could have had an assist as well. So there you go. Um, Musquera came on for Tari George. That was in the 70th minute. I mean, he looked okay, but not that great. Had a few touches in there, but didn't think he made that much of an impact. Of course, Marco Craig came on for Enzo Fernandez, and I think that was correct decision because Enzo Fernandez, man, like the start of the season, Enzo Fernandez hasn't been that great. The only good game where I can say that Enzo Fernandez did good was against Brentford. We paid £150 million, and so far the only good game was against Brentford. That ain't good enough, man. And like I said, the goal that we conceded, his passing into Chalobah wasn't that great. One of the players intercepted it, and it went past Philip Jorgenson, and it was in the back of the net. Enzo Fernandez, another poor game from him. And of course, Pedro Neto came on for Jamie Gittens. Pedro Neto looked a bit lively, but some of his decision making could have done a bit better. But he did more in 24 minutes than Jamie Gittens did because Jamie Gittens, was bad today. Yeah, and he could have scored because he only had three shots in this game. Three shots against Lincoln City. They had like nine. They had an XG of 1.37. Sorry, 1.09. They had 0.37. Like, honestly, the first one was absolutely shocking. It really is. And I believe that's all our subs. No, Weggy Walsh came off for Bernate, but that was in the 95th minute. And for me, that was the game done. So I'm not going to say anything about that one. But yeah, man, that's basically what the game was. So I'm just gonna quickly move on into the plays. I'm gonna start off with Philip Jorgensen. Honestly, like this keep was absolutely awful today. When it comes to crosses, he doesn't he doesn't like concentrate. Like and whenever that they had corners, Philip Jorgensen, you know, does punch the waist, only once. He only did it once. The rest of it, he either doesn't get there on time, and he's catching off the cross is not that great. He was acting like Andre Onana in this game. Like, honestly, I can't believe we have so many goalkeepers and still we need a new goalkeeper. It's honestly not good enough, man. Like, I feel like Philip Jorgensen and Robert Sanchez should leave. I feel like both of them should leave. And we should get like a number one and a number two goalkeeper. That's what we should be doing. Philip Jorgensen today was absolutely awful. And I don't know why the Chelsea Football Club on Twitter put this picture up because he doesn't deserve to have a smile on his face. He was awful today, absolutely awful. Chalobah, I mean, he was bad today, especially where he could have got to the ball quickly, but he was too slow, really too slow. Once again, Chalobah not good enough. Grace Fana, like I said, did have some good about moments, but he just came back from injury, so it's going to take a while. Joao Hato wasn't that great today. Gusto overlapping, not that great. Andre Santos, I mean, wasn't that great, especially when and there was a time, yeah, where Chalobah, at the back, made a poor pass, and now like Andre Santos to get a yellow card, so that's why Chalobah was poor today. Enzo bad, Jamie Gittens bad, Garnacho was okay, but Anati was decent. Terry George first half bad, second half did get a goal and assist, but I still don't rate him. And once again, him put it up top, for me, it needs to stop now. It needs to stop. And once again, It looks like Matisse is white. It looks like Enzo Maresca is not trusting his players because Mark Gu once again not in the squad. Like you're saying that he's your striker, so why not start him? This is the Carabao Cup. You don't need to start him in Champions League or or the um or the Premier League. You know, start him in the Carabao Cup. This is Lincoln City. I do not rate Mark Gu, by the way, but give him a chance, man. Or what's if you don't give him a chance, then what's the point of him bringing it back on Sunderland? Because I know many Sunderland fans will be thinking, why do we allow Chelsea to bring back Mark Guru when he's not even starting? That's what the Sunderland fans will be thinking, and it ain't good enough, man. It really isn't good enough, and it's just yeah, man. Listen, play like this against Brighton will probably not win that game, despite us being at home, because we haven't been impressive. We haven't been impressive, you know. It ain't good enough. So for me, Enzo Maresca, I feel like the shape you, that he did in the first half was poor. But like I said, the only good thing that he did was getting at these players, telling them he's not good enough, and it did work because he managed to score 2 goals in 4 minutes into the second half. You know what I mean? And that was enough for us to win. But we were lucky. We scraped it because after the second goal, it looks like we took our foot off the gas because Lincoln City didn't give up. They really didn't give up. They just knew our weakness. We give the ball away. We make stupid fouls. And once again, Philip Jorgenson, and yet again, cross into the penalty box, doesn't punch it or doesn't grab it on time. Let the ball slip by him. Like honestly, like it just getting to the point where Robert Sanchez is the world's goalkeeper, and Philip Jorgensen today acted like Andre Onana. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. And I'm hearing rumors that Mike Maignan we're going to be signing him in January. And if that's the case, then why did you not do this in the summer? Why could you not pay an extra £5 million for Mike Maignan? Because, like I said, he ain't elite, but he's a top class goalkeeper. Or maybe try and get Donnarumma instead. But what do their owners do? Oh, we still trust Robert Sanchez for not getting a goalkeeper. Rubbish, man. Enzo Maresca, he may be stubborn, but he said in the press conference against Crystal Palace that he clearly wanted centre back. Mark Gray, he was available. Why could we not get him? Mike Stallman, it looks like he's becoming like a proper centre back for Arsenal. Maybe we should get focus on him because £10 million for Mosquera is a bargain because he looks like Arsenal's best centre back so far. So they don't need Saliba. They don't need to worry about Saliba. You know, they don't, because they can put Mosquera there, and also the fan will still look good. Still look good. Like honestly, it's just getting to a point where I'm starting to get worried. Yes, we won, but I am still concerned. Because we got Brighton next, we got Benfica, then we got Liverpool, then to the international break, then we got Forest away, Sunderland at home, Tottenham away. These are tough games, you know. These are tough games. We simply have to win those games because we keep dropping off and off and off. We're going to be falling way behind Liverpool. We're 7 points behind them. It could be 10. It could be 12. It could be 15. When we end when Halloween is over and we enter Christmas period. Like, come on, man. It ain't good enough. Yes, I predicted Chelsea finishing fourth, but I expected Chelsea to be in the title race. And when I asked the question, people didn't answer because they were scared to answer the question because they knew I'll be talking rubbish and I'm being deluded and I'm being negative. Like, I've got nothing. I want to back my team. Honestly, I do. But people need to understand I'm speaking the truth and I'm speaking facts. We cannot spend this money and play like this and thinking that we're in the title race and we're going to win anything. Because if we face the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man City, and we play like this, we're going to get knocked out. We're going to get knocked out. Then we have two choices to fight for. Or maybe one. Because we ain't winning the Champions League. We ain't. It's as simple as that, man. But listen, we've won, but I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy at all. We got Brighton next. And yeah, pray for us, man. Pray for us if we can get resolved against Brighton because they're a good team. They really are. But as you can see on the screen, 2-1. Like I said, Philip Wilkinson's face should not be there because he was terrible today. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, we move on, man. So well done to Buonanotte for getting his first Chelsea goal. It's only him, maybe got Nacho and possibly Taro George. That the only players that can hold their heads up high. The rest of them not good enough, man. Not good enough. An all poor game from Enzo. Chalobah wasn't that great. Yeah, Jamie Gitzel was bad. Yeah, just it is what it is, man. But we move on into Brighton. So it's as simple as that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and feelings and what things you learned about this game. Who was the best player? Who was the worst player? For me, the best player might be Buonanotte, just about. But the worst player today was Philip Jorgensen. That's my one. If you got yours, do let me know in the comments below. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification as well if you're new to this channel. And yes, and also you never miss any of my content. And yeah, man, we move on into Brighton. Lucky, lucky win. And yeah, that's why I'm not smiling and happy at all because we got lucky today. We really did. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And as always, up the Chels and come on, you Blues.